evening, Oswego, and thank you for joining us on this very special Veterans Day. I'm Larry Bergen.
And I'm Annie Flaherty. Tonight we begin with a story out of Oswego County. Social media strikes as a Wegmans worker was rudely confronted by a customer.
And dozens gathered at Veterans Memorial Park in Oswego County as they honor those who have served for our country.
We will have more on these stories in just a minute, but first a quick check of your weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Richard Garukas.
Good evening, everybody. Well, as we see, we take a look at what's happening outside. We have light rain falling, and it's 38 degrees, so it's a cold rain. It actually feels like it's 31 with that northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. So regional radar shows we have this mix of rain mixed with snow. The blue is snow, the green is rain, moving southeast throughout the area. It looks heavier than it actually is. It's really light, so it's not too much to worry about as far as the roads are concerned, but it is a bit of a nuisance. Over the next 3 days, we expect that these snow showers mixed with rain will stick with us through the midweek with temperatures stuck in the mid-30s, but finally by Thursday, we do dry out, the sun comes back out, and we warm to about 50 degrees.
Well, looking at the past couple of days, it's been very windy and cold outside.
I know, crazy. Tornadoes going on outside my dorm window.
I've seen flags waving, poles shaking. I thought one of those were going to fall on me.
Yeah, it's definitely scary.
Yeah.
Hopefully, by the end of the week, it looks like that nicer weather is coming in our future.
I mean, I drive a truck and all, but I still feel a little unsafe driving around in these harsh weather conditions. But speaking of gusty winds and cold rain, there were not enough in Oswego today to stop citizens from paying tribute to those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. On the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour, dozens gathered at Veterans Memorial Park to participate and witness the unveiling of a new monument inside the park. The new monument was built for those who have served in Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. The annual flag lowering and folding ceremony was conducted as well.
An incident at a Wegmans in Clay drew a lot of attention on social media over the weekend. Chris Tuttle, an employee of the Clay Wegmans, has Asperger's syndrome and was rudely confronted by a customer. The customer claimed that he was moving too slow at the cash register, which upset him greatly and caused him to drop and shatter a candlestick that he was ringing up. Tuttle's sister made a Facebook post about how upset both herself and Chris were. The post has been liked more than 65,000 times and shared close to 10,000 times. People continue to reach out to Chris and support him.
The death of 5-month-old Natalia Trumbull is still being under investigation. As recent reports show, Natalia's mother, Wanda Trumbull, has been charged with reckless assault of a child and endangering the welfare of a child. However, many residents of Syracuse are placing the blame on Natalia's father, Joseph Molina. Molina says that he has noticed his daughter was injured, while he was checking up on her during her nap, but others believe that Trumbull is covering up for Molina. More details to come.
For 99 years, the Cortland Line Company has been in the fly fishing business. Although they have had their ups and downs, CEO and President Randy Brown says that the Cortland Line has officially started its rebound from poor sales previous years. Brown claims that it will take about 2 years for the company to completely turn around, but he uses this as motivation. Being only one of 6 fly fishing companies in the world, the increase in business this year is contributed to passion and dedication from the company.
You know the semester is coming to an end when you have to sign up for registration.
Our very own WTOP reporter Chelsea Frisbee has the latest on registration updates.
Registration. The word alone strikes fear into the heart of every college student. Fighting for the few spots left in every class, settling for your second or even third choice, having a completely different schedule than the one you had planned.
Registering for your next semester classes is never easy nor fun, and one might compare the process to an epic battle in which only one can be victorious, or have the last seat in the class. This reminds many students of what the character Katniss Everdeen went through in the book-to-movie series The Hunger Games. Got my bow, I've got my arrow, let's see how this goes. Of course it's only offered at 8 a.m. 14th century, whatever, I'll take it.
Well, I'm already registered, so this is a slightly overdramatic reenactment. This semester, SUNY Oswego is using a new program called DegreeWorks to help students find out what classes they should be taking. It's said to be easier and clearer than the old system, the CAP report audit. For students who have registered, what did they think?
Registration went great, actually. It's my last time registering, so I got into all the classes I wanted, even got an internship in there, so it worked out really well for me.
What did you think of the new DegreeWorks system?
I think it's helpful. It breaks it down really easily as to what classes you have, what classes you need, Some of it was a bit confusing to figure out, but after looking at it for a while, it's very easy to kind of manage what classes you have taken, what you're going to take. It's very helpful.
DegreeWorks is good. I feel like that's pretty clear, so I don't mind DegreeWorks, but the registration itself was not good this year.
So registering for classes will never be easy, but SUNY Oswego's new format with DegreeWorks certainly helps the process. For those of you who haven't registered, may the odds be ever in your favor. For Oswego Now, I'm Chelsea Frisbee.
Gerald W. Merriman, a 92-year-old man from the town of Marietta, was pronounced dead Sunday night. Recent reports say that the elderly man was killed after being hit by a tractor trailer while crossing Route 80 in Otisco. According to local deputies, the crash was caused by poor visibility and harsh weather conditions. Route 80 between Otisco Road and Canty Hill Road will be closed until further notice.
With the holidays quickly approaching, Oswego begins to get in the spirit starting this Sunday. Holiday-themed events and celebrations will take place all throughout the city for the next 6 weeks. Some of these events include a gingerbread ornament workshop, a tree lighting ceremony, and also multiple holiday shopping nights. All kids and adults are encouraged to come together as a community and attend. iHeart Oswego's Facebook page has more information and details on each event.
My Oswego is currently shut down and unavailable for student use due to an authentication problem earlier this afternoon. After working hard with the task on hand, technicians successfully fixed the bugs in the system and are currently keeping an eagle eye on any possible problems. Don't worry, students. Once again, you can register for classes. If you are still experiencing any issues with the website, please contact the help desk at 315-312-3456 or help@oswego.edu.
SUNY Oswego has been displaying work created by graphic arts and creative writing students in the Penfield Library since November 8th. The work will be continued to be displayed until early December, but tomorrow the readings of these works will take place from 6:30 to 8 in room 132 of the Campus Center. This event is free, but those without a campus parking sticker will have to pay $1. Anyone with questions is asked to contact Lee Wilson or Amy Bartell by email.
For some holiday shoppers, the spirit of season may lead to overspending and up to less than happy New Year.
Karen Kafa from CNN has tips for smarter holiday spending, our Consumer Watch.
Many Americans won't start the holiday season with a clean financial slate. If credit card debt is already mounting, leave the plastic alone.
Maybe you can't do what you really want to do during the holidays in terms of everything you want to give your kids or your friends, but if you stick with cash, your situation at least won't get any worse.
Sticking to cash on hand requires a more disciplined approach and a budget. In addition to gifting family and friends, factor in others that are often overlooked, like tips for babysitters and hairdressers. Credit card expert Beverly Harzog urges shoppers to be honest about that budget. And don't rely on potential money like a holiday bonus that may not materialize.
Stick with what you know you have in your accounts at the moment, your current cash flow, and plan your budget around that. That way you won't have any unpleasant surprises. The last thing you want to do is end up in debt when 2014 rolls around.
If a large purchase is going on a credit card, make a smart choice. Use a rewards card that will earn points, miles, or cash back. And resist being tempted by those deals that promise instant savings by opening a store credit card. They tend to have higher interest rates, meaning you may still be paying for this year's gifts next year. For Consumer Watch, I'm Karen Kafa.
Coming up after the break, Obama honors one of the oldest living American veterans.
And a full look at your weather forecast with Richard Garukas.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Hey,
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Stop. What's she doing? She was a passenger. So I was deboning on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk, I was just buzzed.
What? You were just buzzed? Well, sir, you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Good evening, Oswego. I'm meteorologist Rick Karukas. As we take a look at what's happening outside right now, we see that light rain is still continuing to fall with a temperature of 38 degrees, so it's a very cold rain. It actually feels like 31 with the wind chill due to that northwesterly breeze that we have going on. Across the state, temperatures are quite cold in the 30s, the cold spots being both Buffalo and Jamestown at 32 respectively. And across the rest of the state, temperatures are scattered out through the 40s. And down at New York City, they're enjoying 52 degrees, and they're our warm spot as always. Radar shows that we have this mix of rain and snow showers, snow in the blue, rain in the green, and these have been pushing their way southeast throughout the afternoon and evening. But don't let this scare you too much. It's quite light, but it's still something you need to keep in mind if you're heading outdoors. Definitely put the raincoats on, heavy winter jackets, and be careful if you're driving. So we have the coldest air of the season so far coming in, and that's going to be with us for a couple of days. We have rain mixed with snow early in the week, but finally, as we head towards the weekend, it's going to get sunny with much warmer air moving in. So for tonight, we'll drop to around 28 degrees. Those snow showers mixed with occasional rain will continue under that northwesterly breeze at 15 to 20 miles per hour, and it could even gust to 30 miles per hour at times. For tomorrow, expect scattered rain mixed with snow showers. Temperatures around 36 degrees, so it's going to be another quite chilly day out there, and you're going to need the umbrellas and the heavy jackets and a northwest wind at 20 to 25 miles per hour. So when we look at the bigger picture, we see that we have Arctic air plunging southward out of Canada into the Great Lakes. And as it does, we are getting classic lake effect snow showers. As that warmer air moves across the relatively warm waters, picks up the moisture, and it falls as snow. And that's going to be with us for a couple of days now. So for your day planner, you get up at 8 a.m. It's going to be 28 degrees with a few snow showers out there. At noon, we'll warm up a little bit, so the snow could change to a mix of rain and snow, but still scattered. And by 5 p.m., it'll be 32 degrees under mostly clear conditions as we finally begin to dry out. But for tomorrow night, expect it to drop to around 27 degrees. A few snow showers could return, but the chance is much slimmer than we have tonight, and those winds will be gusty again at 15 to 25 miles per hour. But here is the good news. As we head throughout the week, we have a lot of warmer air that's building in the southern plains, and that's going to start oozing its way northeast towards New York. And as it does, it won't only bring us more sunshine, but also finally much warmer temperatures. Temperatures will actually be well above average for November as we head into the weekend. So as we look at the 5-day forecast, we see that after starting out Tuesday and Wednesday with those rain mixed with snow showers and temperatures stuck in the mid to upper 30s, we finally improved drastically by Thursday and Friday with more sunshine, temperatures climbing through the upper 40s and lower 50s, and finally a lot better weather to go outside and enjoy.
Yeah, now it looks like it's off to a slow and rainy start for the beginning of the week, but as I see, it's going to be nice and warm throughout the whole weekend.
Yeah, it's a classic November pattern. We get cold for a while, then we occasionally warm up. But
I'm not used to this Oswego weather. It's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
28 degrees one day into almost 50. It's pretty big difference.
I've been here for a year now already, and I'm still surprised by the unpredictability of this weather.
Yeah. Thanks, Rick.
Well, thank you, Rick, for that. And now some New York State news.
members of two well-known Iranian indie bands, the Yellow Dogs and Free Keys, were shot and killed in Brooklyn earlier today. The gunman was a member of the Free Keys, and according to police, he turned the gun on himself after killing the other band members. A spokesman for the band, the Yellow Dogs, said that the shooting was a result of a petty conflict, but he did not include the details.
The stop and frisk policy was facing high scrutiny earlier today. According to sources, attorneys for New York City want a federal appeals court to vacate a judge's order that requires police to change their current policy. This policy allows police to stop, question, and frisk people if they deem suspicious, even if they committed no crime. Judges have ruled this policy unconstitutional, while police believe that the policy reduces crime.
The oldest living American World War II veteran was honored this Veterans Day. 107-year-old Richard Overton of Texas had the opportunity to have breakfast with the President and Vice President earlier this morning. His special day didn't end there. Overton also attended the wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery, where President Obama spoke kind words about Overton's service to our country. The last thing you might think about in a disaster like this in the Philippines are the prisons.
But as CNN's Andrew Stevens reports, prison in Tacloban City is on the brink of chaos.
Just 20 metres away from where the Philippines President Aquino has been giving a press conference, a dramatic situation unfolding at the local city prison. You see behind me there is an inmate standing on the roof threatening to jump. He says he is devastated because he does not know what has happened to his own family. There's also another issue occurring here. The inmates are threatening a mass breakout within 1 or 2 days unless they get food and water. The warden of this jail has just told me that they ran out of food and water today, but he's having a real problem finding transportation to get it back in. Now, as you can see, the prison itself has been quite badly damaged by the storm. The water came up about 3 metres or so against these walls. There's been wind damage, although not enough to make this insecure. The warden says all 672 inmates remain incarcerated behind these walls, but he is now working out how he can avert a major breakout attempt by getting food and water to this prison. Andrew Stevens, Tacloban City, Central Philippines.
Coming up after the break, we have Dan North with your latest sports updates.
But first, here's a look at your late night menu.
The forest is precious. One careless act caused by people and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The Hollywood View is back with a brand new season and a brand new look. Join me for non-stop Hollywood coverage news right here on WTOP 10 every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue, 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, and this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Tomlinson. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Good evening, Oswego. My name is Sarah DeGeorge, and tonight I will be covering WNYO's pop punk event, featuring local bands Afterthoughts and Atticus Finch. Local Oswego bands Afterthoughts and Atticus Finch set up to play at WNYO's pop punk concert. Afterthoughts kicked off the concert with a few songs led by Steve Radford.
Well, Afterthoughts, we started at SUNY Oswego here last year. I started, last summer. Me and my old friend Stefan Goins from Sandy Creek Central High School, we jammed a little bit, like over the computer because he was in Hawaii for the Navy. That's where he's from. So, and then we were just jamming, just like playing songs over Skype. It's a weird idea, but eventually those turned into full songs.
Saturday night, students came out to support the local bands and enjoy quality music. The night continued with several songs by Atticus Finch, including cover songs by Coldplay and Yellowcard. This free WNYO event was a great way for local bands to display their talents. This is only one of WNYO's several music events. Students are encouraged to check out other talents and enjoy what their Oswego community has to offer.
Wow, Sarah, that seemed like a really fun time. I like to rock out myself sometimes. Do they have some pretty good songs?
Yeah, actually, it's really good quality music, and you know what? It was a free event, so it's great for all students to come out, because who doesn't like free music? Free event and quality music.
So much talent to see on campus and so many ways to get involved and just check out what's going on.
Absolutely. It was a great event.
I mean, I have no musical instrument talent myself, so kudos to those guys who form a band together and doing what they do, that they love.
Oh, absolutely, Larry. It was great.
Now, is this every week or is?
WNYO, it's not every week, but they have like events scattered here and there. Like they also had their urban show that was last week as well.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for that, Sarah. Always appreciate your work.
The Richard S. Shinneman Foundation is based around improving the quality of life and spreading compassion throughout the community. The CYO program at Catholic Charities of Oswego County has extended this goal of the Shinneman Foundation. The CYO program received a grant from the foundation that allowed more special events, games, and equipment to be available to the community's youth and their families. The CYO program and the Richard S. Shinneman Foundation have parallel motives that continue to impress the county as well as improve life for the community. And now, here's sports with Dan North.
Oswego. I hope you're ready for some great sports news, so let's kick it off. It's Monday, and that means two athletes received an honor today at Oswego State. Abu Bakar Sow of the men's wrestling team and Sabia Filashi of the swimming and diving team are this week's Athletes of the Week. Filiashi helped the Lakers defeat Clarkson this weekend with 2 first-place finishes. Sow of the men's wrestling team took first place in the 149-pound weight class, going 4-0 at the Ithaca Invitational. Congrats to both of these athletes, and congrats on being the hardest pronouncing last names I've ever done. Keeping with one of these athletes' team, Filiashi and the rest of the Lakers, both men's and women's swimming and diving, won their second consecutive meet this past Saturday. The Lakers outperformed Clarkson, winning both events 127-110 and 112-68. For the men, senior Tom Schmid led the way, taking first in both the 480 and the 800-meter race. On the women's side, not only was Filiashi great, but so was senior Katie Flood, who won the 200-meter. The Lakers return to action this Saturday as they travel to New Paltz for a 1 p.m. start. And while the New York football Giants may have found a rhythm coming off of 2 straight wins, could they find another win yesterday? Let's check it out. We take it late in the third quarter, and Oakland QB Terrell Pryor is picked off by Terrell Thomas, who takes it deep into Oakland territory. Could the G-men convert? Eli hands it off to the running back Andre Brown, who takes it in the end zone to make it 21-20 G-men. Now it's 24-20 late in the fourth, and Terrell Pryor is sacked and stripped by Matthias Kiwanuka, and the Giants would recover. The Giants ultimately win the game and improve their record to 3-6, which makes them only 1.5 games back in the NFC East. Crazy, right? And finally, if you haven't heard about Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin of the Miami Dolphins, then listen up. Incognito was suspended indefinitely from the team after bullying teammate Jonathan Martin. Martin announced this afternoon that he likely will not return to the team this season. The Miami Dolphins take on the winless Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight, who they are currently losing to 15-7 in a Monday night showdown, and it will be interesting to see how they play after everything that's going on in Miami right now. That's all I got for sports. Back to the desk. Thanks, guys.
Coming up after the break, smart glasses may soon help companies make more money.
And we'll take a final look at your sports and weather after the break. Stay tuned. You're watching WTOP 10.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Down 70-35, and the Cougars were getting smoked like a cheap cigar.
So what sets the rundown apart from other newscasts is that it brings students together to voice their opinions on the world's most important political issues.
There seems to be just more events going on in 2012 than there were in previous years combined.
This nation is based on the foundation that we choose the government.
Do we use 1, 2, and 3? We work hard to bring you the most up-to-date, relevant coverage of the stories you should be following. The country has now gone over the fiscal cliff.
Is gun control necessary? How much is too much?
Does it surprise you that it's taken this long to have a serious talk about gun control? Students need to realize that this is the time when what's going on in Capitol Hill and around the world starts to affect them.
And really, the fate of the entire country is at hand here.
This is it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go camera 2.
Good evening and welcome to The Rundown. I'm Megan Roberts.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
We'll take a look at your final weather when we get back to first, but take a look at your community calendar. Go. Anyways, smart glasses might seem like an expensive toy now, but soon they might help businesses make more than $1 billion. The research firm Gartner predicts that the Google Glass and other smart glasses could increase company profits started in 2017. The firm also says that the glasses help make employees more efficient, especially in fields where the employees use their hands. You could say that companies will really have an eye for improvement.
Bill Cosby has big plans for a new sitcom that he is looking to develop. Cosby told Yahoo News last week that he has been working closely with Tom Werner, an executive producer of The Cosby Show, to create another family comedy. Cosby continues to evolve his ideas and hopes that his potential show will be picked up by a network. Cosby also hopes to eventually revive and reproduce the animated series Fat Albert.
And before we say goodnight, here's one final look at your forecast with meteorologist Richard Garukas.
Hi everybody. Well, temperatures are going to be stuck in the low 30s as we start the week with a mix of snow and rain showers, but then we finally dry out and warm up as we get into the weekend.
Thank you, Rich. Now, Dan, you mean to tell me that the Buccaneers will get their first win tonight?
They're up right now, 15-7 in the third quarter. The Buccaneers are leading.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Dan. For your news for the entire WTOP 10 news staff, I'm Larry Bergen.
And I'm Annie Flaherty. Stay tuned for Oswego Sports Update coming up next.